This time I'm going to talk about the new iTunes um, 11. If you've been watching uh, stuff that I've been putting out on the GN um, YouTube channel, then you will know in the Breakdown YouTube podcast that I'd been talking about the iTunes 11 delay. Um, Apple said that they originally would release the new iTunes 11.0 at the beginning of November, or at the beginning of October, sorry. Um, and this was not to be. They then later announced, uh, as it came into November, that this would not be the case, as they had kinks that they needed to somehow work out, although they did not detail what these kinks were. And anyway, it triggered a long ass wait for us people that were dying to get the new iTunes for its new features and that, because it's a complete overhaul, completely brand new, and all that sleek looking as fuck. So, people wanted their iTunes. I know I certainly did. So it's been a long wait, basically a month nearly. Dropped, at least in the UK, so I'm guessing around the world as well. And today, which is not today, yesterday, which is the 29th of November 2012. So just before the end of November, which is crazy. But anyway, it's here. And I thought I would give you out there a video and a quick review and show around of the new iTunes 11.0 released by Apple. So here we go. Alright, it's a sleek new look. So at the top here, you got, this looks pretty familiar, although colour scheme has changed. Dark grey for your play buttons, your volume buttons, and sort of your status bar, for your music, and that is slightly different. You've got your repeat, you repeat once, and all that has moved to up here instead of down there where it was before. You've got your shuffle buttons, which is now just here. This brings up your up next list. That little clock gives you the show up next. So basically this list, so that's my previously played. Been playing some Meek Mill, Polo and Shell Tops, probably my favourite song off the New Dreams and Nightmares. Look out for my review of that on the next edition of the album review show with me, your boy BwnSugar. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit us up on the Twitter at @Grainals_TV as well. But yeah, that is the previously played list. You're up next. So as you can tell, I've got it on repeat at the moment for Polo and Shell Tops. So yeah, previously played, and you're up next is right there, and that's what that button will give you. This button up here, if I press it, puts it into the mini player. As you can tell now, if I press it, it shows the album artwork as it plays. And you can just close that. It doesn't shut the player or anything. This little button over there, if it was linked to anything, so if I had my Apple TV, another iMac, or another MacBook, this would be my AirPlay controls. down here I could choose what I'm playing it on. You know, whether I'm playing it through my Apple TV, my iMac, or what, and that's the master volume control. To do that, you press that, like with any of the tracks that you have in your library, gives you brings up the options to play next, add to up next list, or add directly to a playlist. Now, the new playlist fit will go to find out more about the artist, go to the album, go to the song itself, or show it in the iTunes store. So basically, your mini player is your self-explanatory, fully forced, featured iTunes 11, but in a slightly mini form. And then you got a clear button to clear all of your up next and recently played lists. And then you got your direct search bar, so you can search any music. So if I went Frank, it would bring up all my Frank Ocean stuff, and I'll be able to play it as simple as that. So you can just perform all your regular functions in this mini player as well. So if I go like this, so if I hit that little button, that looks sort of like the repeat once button that you just saw. Then it will take you back to the big player. This little drop down box obviously brings up your music list. So I got it on music right now. If I went to movies, it would show you my movies. It shows you all the stuff that you've ever bought on the iTunes store now. So even the stuff that you might not have on your computer at the moment, but is already saved in the cloud for you, free of charge, ready to download off the iTunes store, you can do that. All your TV shows, and then obviously your home sharing options as well. So if we go back to music, and for example, if I go to any track and go, then yeah, it will bring up. And if I drag it, so see I've dragged the track, for example, now you've got that, that little paper icon plus the one icon by it. If I drag it even to the side, or before I'm ready to drag it, selecting the track like that, you can just add it to a playlist straight away without having to faff around in your sidebar or anything like that to add your multiple tracks to your list. You can just do that by selecting the track you want and putting it over. It's that easy. It's literally just drag and drop, no faffing around with your sidebar. And of course, in your sidebar, that brings up all of the artists that you have in your library. And as I say, down here, as you can see, you've got your songs. So songs will just bring it up as a more generic list that we used to. So you got all your songs listed as how we pretty much used to. Your albums show up like that. So all my dreams and nightmares. So if I was to choose Miguel, All I Want Is You, then it would bring up, all the stuff about the album, and you get to see more on the artist in store. So it will bring up the in-store options. So I'll do that, for example, and then it would show you all of what's available by that artist in store. And you got your genre lists, you know, you got your artists. So, again, just like the album sort of setup, but just a lot more clean, a lot more fresh, a lot more easy to use. You got your videos, you got your general playlists. So, again, it brings up the playlist option, it brings up the sidebar that we're used to originally, but it's got all your playlists up there. Your radio, again, is just like usual, like it was before. And then you got your iTunes match service as well. And on this side, you've got your iTunes store. So let me take you into the new look iTunes store. A lot more fresher, a lot more self-explanatory, easy to use. So everything's just a lot more fresh, and a lot more inviting, a lot more easier to use and to take advantage of, really. And then, of course, like with anything, you got your share direct on Facebook, share direct on Twitter. That option is meant to come up. Oh, and that option, as I just checked, is your preview history. So if you've previewed any tracks in particular, then your preview history will show up in that form as well. So yeah, apparently Apple say that, like uh, everything with Mountain Lion, you will be able to directly share tracks from iTunes to Facebook and Twitter. They haven't added the button officially as of yet, but it will be somewhere around here as well, like you used to seeing the share button. So yeah, um, that's pretty much it. If you click the library button, it'll take you back to your library or wherever you last were, and uh, there you go. So basically, yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the look inside iTunes 11. If you've got any comments, don't be afraid to comment, like, and subscribe to the Gen YouTube channel for the best in music and technology entertainment. Look out for the new episode of and penultimate episode of season 1 of the Breakdown YouTube podcast coming this Sunday. Don't forget to look out for the new episode of the album review show with me, of course, BwnSugar, reviewing that Dreams and Nightmares album. And yeah, don't forget to get in touch at Grainals_TV. So thanks.